What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. We are here with Carefree Lewis. It's been too long, Lewis, man. It's been way too long. So much has changed since we've last spoken, man. What is going on? What is going on with Tottenham? What is going on with Chelsea? Both firmly in the mud, both supporting everyone that Arsenal are playing these days. Talk to me, Lewis. How are you doing, first and foremost?
First off, it is great to be back. I do have to run the shameless gimmick first off. So it is day 309 as your world champions. Hit the like, subscribe. It is an honor to be back on this channel.
Well,
not a real tournament.
World champions being 10th in the league, mate. That is shameless.
And yeah, I don't like looking at the Premier League table anymore. It's just depressing. We can't even do top of the lower half of the table. But
at least you're definitely going to be
where
a
we
Premier
are. I
League
haven't
team.
won a league game since March. I've got one clean sheet this whole year in the Premier League. But hey, life after the Maresca and all of that. Thankfully, we got Xabi Alonso across the line, but you see the timing of that post. An hour or two after the FA Cup final, they had to make it into a brief to try and hide from the failures of this season. And I like that we got Xabi Alonso across the door. But you're not hiding away from where we are right now. We're world champions, and we're 10th.
I heard Reece James broke the record. Fourth FA Cup defeat in a row.
Yes, yeah. We have no wins in finals at Wembley since 2018. We've lost we've lost six Premier League games and drawn one in our last 7. We've hit a 007 day in terms of Wembley Cup finals. And yeah, I've got a caretaker manager. I've got a guy that literally, he was leading out Pep next to Pep Guardiola in an FA Cup final, and he hasn't even got a UEFA.
Wasn't he right family guy?
Oh, yeah, Seth MacFarlane, yeah, or Dan Potts.
Can I just say, Lewis is sounding a lot like a Tottenham fan right now. You're sounding exactly like a Spurs fan.
You know what the maddest thing is? The only thing that people were looking forward to, right, was the chance of relegating Tottenham. That's not even happening. You lot are staying up. You need 1 point in your last 2 games. If it's not going to be against us, it's going to be against Everton on the last day. But the worst part is, this could turn out in your favour. You could get the point that keeps you up at Stamford Bridge. And that's what I'm not looking forward to.
I was actually talking about this the other day, as a Chelsea fan, would you prefer to relegate us or win the FA Cup?
Win the FA Cup. I'll be real, I've said this to you for years. I don't see this as a rivalry. Respectfully, I don't, because there's no competitive nature between us. Our home record speaks for itself. We always win at your ground. So why would I have an obsession with relegating Tottenham?
You seem to be in the minority there. You seem to be in the minority there, though. Most of the other Chelsea fans seem to care a lot.
Or either that or they're just way too obsessed with Tottenham. I've been saying this fan base has a massive obsession with Spurs for no reason. If you want a London rival, it should really be Arsenal, because we're both the 2 teams going for trophies. Spurs, you used to be there. When you lot had Poch in charge, I was actually shook-a-facing you guys. Now it's just it's Chelsea Spurs. We know what happens. Although, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, because I'll say that one for free. I think our players are on the beach. They've been on the beach in terms of the Premier League all throughout the last month. So I don't see any reason why they'll turn up for this game. If we win this game, it will be because you lot didn't turn up. Because you lot don't like coming to our ground. And you never really play to your full level when you guys come to the bridge. If we win, I think it will be because of that. If you lot turn up, I don't know if we are. Especially seeing as we just played 3 days ago. I don't think Levi Colwell's going to start, which is going to massively hinder our build-up play from the back. Our players are all playing on fumes. And if it ain't João Pedro, I don't trust anybody in that attack to do anything, because they're all playing like garbage, and that's including Cole Palmer. So, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow.
Do you think the Alonso news, even though he's obviously not going to be in the dugout tomorrow, does that give the Chelsea squad that little bit more incentive to prove themselves? Does it give them a bit more energy, do you think, or does it make a difference?
I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Maybe there'll be some fringe players that need to show something, but in terms of the key players, you already know what you're getting out of them, and you already know their level. For most of them, they're going to have one eye on the World Cup and trying to protect themselves from getting injuries, because we're also the most tired team in Europe. We have played about 120, 130 games since the start of last season. And with the Club World Cup, we had 2 weeks of pre-season and nothing else. So the team's been playing on fumes throughout the season. That's also contributed to where we are now. Because with Maresca, we were playing slow, lethargic football because of the amount of games played. So you would rather play slow football to conserve players' fitness. Rafinha comes in and decides he's woke and he's just going to change everything and have the players running back and forth. And suddenly we're getting hamstring injuries left, right, and center, and the players are all exhausted again. And the form just drops off a cliff. I just think these players are all checked out. The FA Cup final was the only game they were going to turn up for, and we just defended.
You know, you talk about, rivalries and no competitive edge. I agree with you, the competitive edge, but there's been no competitive edge between us and Arsenal for the last couple of years, but the rivalry's still there. There's a history to it. And now you got the Conor Gallagher element as well. I know you weren't the biggest fan of Conor Gallagher, but when I was at Chelsea a couple of years ago, you unfurled this whole big Conor Gallagher tifo, banner, whatever it is, Forever Chelsea, whatever the words were, I can't remember.
Chelsea since birth or some bollocks.
That's the one. And do you think there's going to be an element to the wider Chelsea fan base in the stadium when Conor Gallagher steps on the pitch tomorrow?
Maybe. I could see like Chelsea fans booing him just because they feel betrayed or everything. But it's like, look, me personally, I never hated Jose for joining Spurs. I never hated Conte for doing it. I never hated Gudjonsson. I didn't really care personally. And it's the same energy I personally have for Gallagher. I didn't have like a massive hatred for him. Havertz was a player I despise. I'll boo him any day of the week. I never liked him even when he was at Chelsea. Gallagher was just like, I felt like everyone overrated him. When people were calling him Chelsea's best midfielder, I was like, okay, well, this is why I'm 13th. Because you're telling me he's our best midfielder. He's just not good. Like, the fact that he's at Tottenham, I think it's funny to everyone that tried to glorify him and talked about him like he was like above air or some bullshit like that. But I don't care. Like, if I'm there, I'm not going to boo him. I'm not going to cheer him. I don't really give a damn about him. But they might boo him just out of pettiness, because even if Nonny's getting booed at Arsenal, Gallagher will get booed.
Do you think he celebrates if he scores? He's got to celebrate, man, if he's keeping Tottenham in the Premier League.
Surely. If he scores the winner in the last minute, he's got to celebrate.
There's no chance he's not celebrating, surely.
I don't know if he would. I don't know, because he did celebrate against Palace, so like maybe there is
it's different
a part
though,
of him
isn't it? Because Chelsea, he was only there on loan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking as well. Like, I would be shocked if he celebrated scoring against us, but I would also be shocked if he even scored against us. So it's like, so I'm just not asking about Gallagher. He's going to be a narrative going into the game, but ultimately that's only the case because this fan base glorified him and talked about him like he's levels better than what he really is.
Well, it's you were talking about you don't know what to expect tomorrow, but like you cast your mind back 10 years ago. I think this week or whatever, it was the Battle of the Bridge. Quite similar circumstances in terms of you had nothing to play for. You were 10th in the league, and you're just fighting to stop Tottenham. This time, it stopped Tottenham surviving rather than stopping Tottenham winning the league. But do you when you think about that game? Do you not expect like a similar kind of vibe going into this one, or do you think it's a lot of big differences? You're not going to be as arsed in this one.
Yeah, look, I think the squad that you're looking at 10 years ago, their level was undisputed. Even when we were 10th in the league, it was like, why are you 10th in the league? You have Hazard, you have Costa, you have John Terry, you have Cahill, you've got Azpilicueta, Courtois. You shouldn't be here. But that team understood Chelsea. And when you understand Chelsea, you understand Chelsea Tottenham. So I'm not surprised that they turned up for that one out of just pure pettiness. This one, I think it's a lot different. There's a lot more games that have been played. It's a squad that I wouldn't necessarily say understands the club to the same level. I won't say that they don't get it. I won't say that they don't get the rivalry. But there's levels to it. And I don't think the squad's at the same point. And again, there's a World Cup coming up. I'm sure a lot of these players are going to have one eye on that. And I don't think they're going to view it in the same light. They're going to turn up to win, but will they actually give 100% and like play to that level throughout the 90? I don't even know if they can do that because of just how much we played. We're coming out of an FA Cup final 3 days ago. You're not going to get Chelsea at 100%. You might not even get a full strength Chelsea, if anything.
Wow. When's the last time you won a game?
We're fighting for a Europa spot.
When's the last time you won a game?
In the league?
Yeah.
Early March. I think we
Bloody
beat
hell.
Villa away 4-1.
That
That
was
was
us
the last
about a
one.
month ago when you were asking us when was the last time on a game. You had to really think about it. I'm not really
Can't
sure.
go back to early March, not even late March. All of our other victories have been FA Cup games against Port Vale and Leeds.
You're talking to two fans who had to wait between December and April for a win. So, yeah, enough with the self-pity here.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's just the whole circle jerk of just failures going on this season. Like, we haven't got a clean sheet since 17th of January in the Premier League. That's how far back our last clean sheet is. So you will get a goal against us. Don't know from who, don't know from where, but a goal will be coming because
Probably from
we
a set
can't keep a
piece.
clean sheet to save our damn lives.
Yeah. How long do you give it with Xabi Alonso and, you know, falling out with Bluco and Bowley and all these guys? Do you reckon this is a manager that's going to last at Chelsea? Or do you think it's doomed for failure like Maresca?
Well, they're saying it's different. They're saying they're going to back him. They're saying they're going to give him experience and they're going to listen to his demands. But the thing is, they've all told us this before. Getting Xabi Alonso is a great coup for this club because they found a way to fall upwards from Maresca. I'll put my hands up immediately and say this guy's an upgrade. Great move. You have to back him. If you don't back him, it doesn't mean nothing. He's just going to get frustrated and he's going to end up leaving anyway. He will be a manager that can get wins to this club. We won't be losing every week, but we'll be right back where the ceiling of this club really is right now, which is top 4 in a trophy. We want higher than that. Like, we were there 2 years ago, top 4 in a trophy. That's great and everything. You've spent nearly 2 billion. They're breathing that it could take 2 to 3 seasons to get Chelsea back competing for league titles. What do you mean I have to wait 7 years from when you took over to even be able to compete? How much more billions do you want to spend in that time? All we need is one window, realistically, especially if we're on 1 game a week next season, to get back to competing. I've watched Manchester United climb 13 places in a season, and that was with Ruben Amorim managing for half of the campaign. When I said this league was rubbed out, this league is garbage. It's been garbage for years. The problem is we failed to capitalize throughout that time. You've got one good manager that could capitalize on it. Don't make it difficult for him. But I don't trust you to do that. So, like, right now, I'm not getting too giddy over the move. It's a great managerial appointment, but I'm not allowing it to, like, let this fan base escape the reality of where we are. We have failed this season. We are 10th. We had people, like, putting tweets in capital letters hours after we lost the FA Cup final because Xabi Alonso's joined. What do you mean? I've just lost an FA Cup final. We've lost our 7th final in a row. Big up, Xabi, but for like 2 days, I don't care. I've only just started looking at this move in a positive light because all I see is the final loss and all the other L's that we've taken this year. So, like, you have to change that, and it involves more than the manager to do it. Because if Maresca was here, I'd be saying the same thing. Back him, and we can go compete for the league next season. But there's a lot more that needs to be done than just the coach. So,
in terms of that, you know, were you protesting Bluco? Were you on the street? Are you like Bluco out, get there like by any means necessary kind of thing? Are you willing to give them another chance now with Alonso?
Nah, I think I've been way too patient with Bluco, in all honesty. And like last year, a lot of us, myself included, were Bluco out coming into like the last January window in 2025. But because we'd got top 4 with Maresca and we won the World Cup, we flipped and then we gave them another summer based on that. Because that is progress. Like, even the most staunch Bluco outer can't look at that position and think there's something to build on. There's progress. There's a crossroads. The problem is they chose the wrong path and they decided to bring me Garnacho, Buenanotte on loan, Delap, Gittins, and like just a whole load of mid that we could have got if we finished 7th in the league anyway. Now we're 10th. So my thing now is like, you can't keep flipping and flopping between Bluco in and Bluco out just off the base of little bits of news. You've made one good step forward with Xabi Alonso. You made about 15 steps backwards this season. So you're not going to get that much praise from me. I'll give you credit for it, but people are going over the top. Oh, they've done a good job to bring this manager into Chelsea. Did you not forget that we're Chelsea? Did you not forget that we're literally world champions? We're 2 times UCL winners. We've won the most trophies in the 21st century. And you're talking about, yeah, we were able to prize Xabi Alonso to the club. Do you think that we're Crystal Palace or something like that? Bringing in Xabi Alonso should not take a lot of persuasion. You have to just do the bare minimum. Oh, you've said you're going to back the manager.
When you're going for Graham Potter's and Liam Rossini's, though, it is a major
But they
coup.
literally just gave Rossini a 4-year deal, so Alonso
mad,
wasn't
innit?
exactly part of the plan.
That's my thing. You've just brought in another 2 managers for no reason, and you've just brought this project back another year or so. This is one good move, but it doesn't mean nothing unless you continue to add to it. Because you could have brought in Pep Guardiola for all I care, and I still would have said you need to back him. Otherwise, this is all irrelevant.
Yeah, of course.
Look, our centre-backs all suck, bar Colwill. Colwill has come back, played 290 minutes off an ACL, and looks levels clear of everything that we had. Maresca was on his knees begging for a centre-back in the last summer window, and they got him Garnacho on deadline day instead. So this ain't gonna do too much for me.
What do you think of De Zerbi? Is he a manager you would have taken at Chelsea?
I wanted De Zerbi when Poch left. That was my immediate next move. The fact that he was there in Roman Abramovich's box a week or 2 from before this game. That was like to me. Why did you not just bring him in when he got sacked from Marseille? What did I need Rossini to get another few weeks for? When we all knew that after the PSG away game, he lost the dressing room. Just cut your losses and get rid. This brother is getting L's for fun. If De Zerbi's right there, go bring him in. I think you've got a very good manager, and for you lot staying up with 1 game a week, that could lead to a very good season next season for you guys. As long as you back him, of course, you still have to do the same things as well.
And not get bloody injuries that we've been getting.
Yeah, he'll minimize that himself anyway, because these positional play coaches, like, they don't run their players into the ground as much as managers like an Iraola or a Pochettino or a Rossini will do, for example. So you've got yourself in a good position for next season. Because I think you will stay up. Whether you get the point against us or the point against Everton, it's going to be West Ham going down. It is what it is. But you guys have a good position to build off, because at least you've got a good coach now.
Wow. So we've got a good coach.
Jeez, never thought I'd hear that from a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, bro, I've rated Derby since then Brighton days. I remember he came to the bridge under Lampard. I haven't seen us get dog-walked like that since Bayern Munich in 2020, and I don't think I've seen it at the bridge since. He was running rings around our squad. I was just sitting there and Matthew Harding like, we're not getting the ball. It's just from goalkeeper, bang, 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 bang. They've got a clear-cut chance on our goal.
It's going to be a big atmosphere tomorrow night, surely. Chelsea fans, the general sense of the Chelsea fans is going to be, we want to put this nail in Tottenham's coffin, surely.
There's no nail. Like, there's no coffin right now.
There is,
like,
though.
If West Ham had got a result against Arsenal.
Until it's done, it's not done.
I hear that from your perspective, but from ours, it's like, if that fixture could have genuinely, like, sent you down, or even put it in West Ham's hands going into the last day.
Let's say West Ham won yesterday, would have been a different story.
Yeah. Like, now, I don't think you're going to get an atmosphere like that, because, like, the season's just been horrible. Now, I think you're going to see even more tickets on the ticket exchange with a day left to go. Really? I don't think you're going to see Chelsea fans, like, turned up like that unless we start, like, well and we hit the ground running. Our problem is, in our last 3 Premier League games, we conceded in the first 10 minutes. So, like, I'm trying to not concede in the first 10, let alone score in the first 10. I don't think you're going to get the same atmosphere of old.
Is he getting announced to the fans tomorrow, Xabi Alonso?
No confirmation on that yet.
And is there, like, some sort of appreciation to the fans after the game? Because I was thinking, like, if Spurs do get that point tomorrow, the fans will probably stay in the away end for some time, just trying to celebrate it and soak it all in. I know celebrating staying up is nothing to chirp about, but this is the situation that we're in. So I'm just thinking, if you guys are doing some sort of lap of honour, it might be only Spurs fans left in the stadium.
Mate, I wouldn't even bother with it if I was them. Win, lose or draw. I remember when we drew to Huddersfield 1-1 in 17-18, and that was the same situation for them. It kept them up. They tried to do the lap of appreciation afterwards. There was about 5k left. They had to just go to the center circle, do a little clap to everybody, and then just walk back off. They'll be lucky if they even get that after the season that we've got. And if you lot get a point or anything, cancel it. Don't even come back out. Don't even come back. Just leave it. Because you're going to come back and you're only going to see stewards. You're not going to see any Chelsea fans. Anyone that's still there is just begging for a shirt or some bullshit.
If given you played the FA Cup 3 days before, what would be like a quick predicted lineup for like the game? Do you think there'll be many changes?
Probably a few. You won't see Colwill, so I'd say Sanchez will still be in goal.
You're going to go back three again? Because you've been playing back three last couple of games, haven't you? I think.
Yeah, 3/4, because Cucurella's been like doing either left wing back or left wing shifts. But I'd say you'll see Hato, not Colwill, Hato, Fofana, probably tossing. Malo Bozo on the right-hand side, just playing like he's high for 90 minutes.
How are you playing these players like Tosin and Badiashile and these guys after spending $1 billion? It makes no sense.
And these lot wonder why I'm not getting giddy over just Xabi Alonso walking through the door. I need a lot more than just that. But Hato will probably play on the left side with Cucurella at left wing back still, because that brother just never runs out of stamina. Caicedo, Enzo, Lavia's injured again. So Andre Santos, and I'd say, you know what? They probably won't play Cucurella, and they'll play one of the wingers. So you'll probably see one of Neto, Garnacho, Palmer on the right, and João Pedro up top. No, João Pedro had a knock coming off, so... Oh, it's going to be Liam Delap. Oh. Yeah, it's going to be Delap up top.
I tell you, no one's got Palmer playing like Pochettino got Palmer playing, mate. Pochettino really got it out of Palmer.
I'll be real, that's all on Palmer. Everybody tried to blame Maresca for it for a year last year. They were saying Maresca's not platforming Cole Palmer, yet Palmer had one of the highest chances created in the league, one of the highest chances created per 90, and the second most shots in the league behind Mo Salah, who's having his greatest ever season for Liverpool. The problem with Palmer is just Palmer. It's in his head. He's not making good decisions. He's hogging the ball. When I criticize Pedro Neto for jinking 8 times before making a decision and making it easy for the defense to settle, Palmer is doing the exact same thing. These are all his own problems. I don't think it's a case that people aren't platforming Palmer. I just think Palmer made such a high level for himself that season. He's struggling to get back to it or to even get near to it. And everyone's just trying to find someone else to blame for it. They were blaming Jackson. They were blaming Maresca. They were blaming João Pedro. Now they're trying to blame the other managers. And it's like, look, no, it's just you. You're just not playing to that level. It's okay. We can have these convos. We've spoke about this with Saka for years, about Starboy not playing to his level. Same thing with Foden. Let's be honest. Palmer's not playing to that level. He's just not playing to him right now. So you've got to wake up. No one else is going to do it.
If I gave you the choice of one of two results, either a Chelsea win tomorrow night or a Burnley win tonight, which one are you taking?
Burnley. Burnley. Like, what does this victory do for me? You could still get a point against Everton and stay up. And I'll be real, Tottenham going down compared to Arsenal winning the league, I just don't care. Even if you go down, you're going to go straight back up anyway. You probably would do with the reset. And you might enjoy the peace of being able to win games week in and week out.
We might win a few games down there.
Yeah, it don't mean it. It's a crazy situation. It's like, it's groundbreaking. A big 6 side getting relegated. That's why everybody's been against Tottenham for the last month or so. But I just don't. If Arsenal win the league, that's the worst case scenario for me. Forgetting anything that happens with Spurs.
I swear, this Arsenal team, if they win the league, surely they're the worst team to win the league in the last 10 years, man. They have been poor all season, haven't they? They really have. At least this is something we can align with.
Yeah, like these lot have played like trash and they haven't even dominated their league. If they were on 90-something points playing this brand of football, I'd be like, look, Fairs, at least you're walking the lead. When these men were chanting boring Chelsea at us in 2015 for playing defensive football, we were at least 10, 12 points clear of them. So I was like, well, what are you saying? We're doing this and we're winning trophies. I can't hear anything from them until they win trophies. But even if they do, you got to admit they haven't dominated their league to the level that they should be doing.
Yeah,
so it's not a great league-winning team to talk about.
What's your score prediction then tomorrow?
1-0. Nah,
1-0.
2-1. 2-1.
You still being to who?
I'd say to us, just hoping we get a penalty or something like that.
You're going to be there tomorrow?
I'm still 50-50. I'm still very 50-50 because I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. I checked out when Maresca left this season, and even that hasn't helped my mental state because it's still stressing me out game in and game out. These players haven't turned up all year, so to me, it's like, why the hell should I?
I tell you what, yeah, my best memory ever of Stamford Bridge is seeing you in the home end when we were beating 3-1. That was the best thing ever, man.
I remember giving you stick at 1-0 and I weren't even looking at
it. Is
the
that bloody Lewis giving us stick? And then it went 3-1. And what you got to say now?
And then one time I turned in the 93rd minute and you lot were just deadlocked on me. Just like, hold that. Are you lot going to be there tomorrow?
Yeah,
we'll be there.
All right, cool. If I'm there, I'll shout you guys.
All right, nice one, Lewis.
We'll keep an eye out for you.
Everyone, go subscribe to Carefree Lewis G on YouTube. It's been too long, man. Hopefully, it won't be that long till the next time, bro. But thanks for coming on.
I bless, man. You guys, it's always love. Hope to link up after the game. And yeah, big up to everyone that's watching as well. Big up, my G's.
Big up, Lewis.